we are in a situation where in our humanness, we have a part of us which is spiritual and another part that is more in our
Intellectual.
bodies.
Yeah.
And in our bodies, many times we don't have the same belief that we have in our spirit. But we have to try to open ourselves up so that the spirit that comes from the Lord can accentuate these healings. Sometimes people will say, well, all you did is pray. All you did is pray. No, well, just prayer is a huge just, because actually that's where the deep work occurs on that spiritual level of the unseen. And it isn't about necessarily doing anything physical or anything like this. But there is a mystery involved there.
And the mystery is not really that complicated. The mystery is really in imitating Jesus.
Our mission strives to spread love and light to every corner. But to truly make a difference, we need your consideration. We're not asking for your donations. Instead, we invite you to subscribe to our mission. Simply hit that subscribe button, click the like, and ring the bell button to support. Every interaction counts. Every subscription, every like, every comment helps us with the mission. Together, we can make a difference. Subscribe now and be a part. Thank you so very much.
Yeah, is it wrong? I don't say it is wrong, and I don't say it is absolutely right either. Okay? Because when we are imitating God, who is in us, we as Christians, we have a way of finding literal interpretations to words. But what do they really mean? When he says that you have faith, do you have faith enough that you could impersonate or you could imitate exactly what I'm doing? See, Jesus right now, he's an unmanifest. In other words, he is not an entity that is, that we can feel and touch and sensorily experience. That's not what Jesus is. But Jesus is within us.
To the Holy Spirit.
Yeah. John 15:4, I abide in you. But the mystery is actually in the abiding presence. Okay? Because no matter what we do, we cannot heal like Jesus. Actually, this is a mystery. It is there in Christianity also, but not in that kind of an explicit terms. Okay? St. Paul says that we are agents, we are stewards. Okay? So Jesus can use us as stewards to conduit his message to other people. See, in the Vedas, it's a little different. In the Vedas, that word is not steward. That word is called suzerainty. Suzerainty, it literally translates the empowering love. You see, so in other words, I'm not a steward who is there to serve you, but I'm going to use the empowering love to empower you. Little different, you see, but it communicates the same thing. Stewardship can be stewardship in the love of God, can also be the same thing, but it kind of extends a little further. So it is not just loving you, it's loving you enough to empower you, to see you more than me, to have you realized that is something much bigger than I am. Okay, that is suzerainty. See, so whether I'm healing you or all of that, that's the minimum I can do to you if Jesus is manifesting in me. See, And Jesus also wants the same thing. He wants suzerainty in us. He died. He went through all of that to make us empowered, to make us powerful, to make us live, as the wires that transmits his energy. You see, as the wire that transmits his being. See, that is our suzerainty to Jesus. You see, and that is what we are supposed not only to each other, to the whole universe. You see, and we cannot do that if we are going to act like people who are defeated. You see, we cannot. We need to allow him to empower us. You see, he says very emphatically, you can do greater miracles than I, only if you try. Okay, that means he is willing to empower us to a level that is much bigger than he himself was while he was in this ministry. Are we allowing him to do that? Be centered in Christ always. See, he will do whatever it takes after that, from then on. It is not really even our effort. You see, we as human beings, we are here, we have a body, you see, and we think it is for us. See, every created universe in this world represents the love of God. Every created element in this universe can receive our love, can love us in return. Every created element in the universe. But you see, sometimes, like all of us, she needs my touch. So does the leaf on the tree. So does that water in that pond. You see, so does the bird that is flying around. Everything in the whole universe can receive love, feel love. And that can only be communicated by us as human, by Jesus abiding in us. You see that? See, that is the grand purpose of us being humans, is that suzerainty so the universe can be empowered by the love of Christ. That is pure salvation. That is the meaning of the death of Christ. See the whole universe be empowered. Feel the love of Jesus. Feel the sacrifice of Jesus. Adam and Eve made that happen. He had control over all the animals in the field and birds in the air. See, he was naming them. He was so much in touch with them. See, Adam and Eve did that. Then he lost it with the knowledge of good and evil. And ever since we are living with the knowledge of good and evil. That's all our knowledge is based on. All our intelligence is based on what is right and what is wrong. What is the right theory, what is the wrong theory. Debit and credit, black and white, plus or minus. All of our intelligence is based on, working on dualities of a matter that we are studying. All of the systems are built on the system of duality of right and wrong. So we have not given up on the theory of good and evil. We are still holding on to it. But Jesus delivered us from that by way of his death so we can have a life like Adam, as a conduit, as someone who empowers, communicates suzerainty to the whole universe. Animals in the field, birds in the air, fish in the water, everything. You see that? That is the purpose of us being created. Does it make sense?
Yes.
That is our created purpose. And that created purpose can only come alive when we abide in the living presence of Jesus within us. Ever living presence of Jesus within us. And we act as the wire for the electricity. What is electricity? Is an unmanifest energy, isn't it?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
You see? So is Jesus. See, electricity needs the wire as a conduit so it can flow from here to there. Jesus needs us.
Awesome.
See, Jesus needs us. You see that?
Yes.
It's an phenomenon. You know, if you abide in me, as I abide in you, you ask anything in my name, it's done. Anything. We don't even need to ask him. We just wish it'll happen. Just wish.
Yes.
Whether it's for ourselves, whether it's for our brethren, whether it's for the environment, whether it's for your pet, it doesn't matter. God created all of them, and He wants all of them to feel His love. And He wants us to go and touch it so that it can happen. Okay? Because